been kind of mentioning about slogans, which involves, of course, talking to yourself or talking to myself. And yes, I do. Uh, you know, one of the things that I know stopped me from being willing to change was what I would tell myself. And we continue this in a little bit. After high school, my only science course was they called it genetics for liberal arts students. In other words, it was nicknamed genetics for people like me that are totally clueless about science and have to take it because we had to get out of college. So, it took me a whole lot of tutorials, but I really loved it, and I was amazed. Here I was telling myself, I can't do science, what can I do? And I wound up doing great. And one thing that I realized is that I was telling myself that I wasn't smart enough to do the science. I wasn't smart enough, I couldn't do it. So what did I choose to do? I choose, without realizing at the time, to stop. I wasn't really big on breathing, but actually to look at that. And so what I did in my own way was to go to the tutorials. And that was my way, not always aware of what I was doing, of being willing to change. Now, I'd like to say I turned out to be some sort of science whiz. Well, not exactly. But fast track, 40 years later, after a series of back, neck, and stomach issues, I realized I had no idea where things were located. So I got this little coloring book. Yes, right up my alley. I do love to color anyway. And I started doing this. Now, I didn't start right away because I wanted to be sure I had the exact colors and, some more time passed. And I became further disgusted with my complete lack of knowledge and kind of embarrassment when doctors would talk to me about what I had. So I finally was willing to change, finally willing to tell myself, stop, breathe, and think. And I said, I can do this. I can do it. More tomorrow.